What do I want out of life? What am I passionate about? What am I good at? What's my purpose in life? If you're constantly asking yourself these questions, then you clicked on the right video. Welcome to another video, my lovely people. Today's topic, what do you want out of life? Where would you like to be in 10 years' time? What car would you like to have? What sort of a house would you like to have? Would you like to be married or would you like to stay single? Where would you like your business to be in 10 years' time? You are probably the best person to answer this question, but hopefully after watching this video, it might be a little bit easier to decide. You don't have to decide right away because in a constantly changing world, dreams and purposes change all the time too. Having said that, some people do know what they want out of life or what their purpose in life from a very young age. One of my friends wanted to become a doctor from a very young age, so he was putting in the amount of work day in, day out. He was studying the amount of time required, sometimes even a little bit more. So when the time came to study to become a doctor, it became easier for him and he eventually did become a doctor. And then there was me. Initially, I wanted to be a pilot so I can fly planes, and then I wanted to be a police officer. However, I decided to carry on with my studies, so I went into university and studied television and video technology in the hope that I'll get into work in media. But after the degree, I decided to go into sales. So I did sales for about 4 years. Opportunity came up to be a police officer, so I decided to join the London Metropolitan Police, where I served for another 4 years. Whilst I was working as a police officer, we as a family decided to move to Cyprus for a better family life, better environment, happier environment under the sun. And that was an opportunity I could not resist. So we decided to move to Cyprus, resign from our jobs. My passion to help people out and make a positive contribution in the society still exists. So that drove me to doing YouTube videos. Now, you might disagree with me on this, but I think the problem is the concept of purpose. The very thought that we are all born to serve a higher purpose and it's our mission in life to find what it is. And if we don't, we've failed in life. Isn't that like saying your lucky number is 17? There's no logical reasoning behind it, no scientific proof. It's just a mythical thing, just a figure that we made up in our mind that is meant to be our lucky number, which doesn't make sense. In reality, the truth is that we are only here for a set period of time. And in that time, we do important things and we do unimportant things. Now, the important things that we do might serve us really well, might give us fame, recognition, wealth, money, I don't know, whatever it is that you want, it will give you that. But the unimportant things that we do, that only fills in the blanks, so we can just justify the time we spend doing not so important things, if that makes sense. So instead of asking yourself for the purpose of life or what should I do with my life, you should really be asking, what can I do that is important and use the time I have wisely. Now that sounds like you're not leaving things to chance or waiting till you stumble upon this purpose in life. If that's not going to encourage you to get off your couch and do something important to the world or to the society or for yourself, I don't know what will. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips that will hopefully help you to find your purpose in life or purpose in life. But before we get to that, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit that button and hit the bell icon next to it so you get notified every time I upload so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Point number 1. Life is not all sunshine and rainbows. You gotta be able to handle failure and go from failure to failure without losing motivation, without losing focus on what you wanna do. I know most motivational speakers say this, and that's why that's so important. You gotta be able to handle failures. Are you willing to stay up all night to finish a project? Are you willing to stay up all night to edit videos? Are you happy to have people laugh you off the stage? Are you happy to take criticism, the so-called haters? Basically, what I mean by that is when life gives you lemons, are you willing to make lemonade with it? Or are you one of those people that would just throw the lemon away because it's too sour for you to handle? Life is hard and they don't teach you this at school. Part of the reason why we have snowflakes floating around us all the time, we come across them all the time. People that can't handle criticism, people that can't take orders, people that don't have common sense. Don't even get me started on common sense because I'm going to do an entire video on that later on. Another point that might be helpful if you want to find the purpose in life is that think hard and go back in time. Think about the things that you used to do as a child. Was he playing with dinosaurs, dolls, singing, playing with diggers, drawing, dancing, playing in the water, playing in the mud? What was it that you used to do as a child? And you used to forget that time exists. You start playing at 9 o'clock in the morning and you turn around and it's 6 o'clock in the evening. So take a moment for yourself, close your eyes, go back to when you were a child. What were the things that made you the happiest as a child? This is very important because passion starts as play. Point number 3, if you want to find the purpose in your life, what makes you jump off the bed in the morning? Or what keeps you up at night? No, the answer is not coffee. Wrong answer. I'll give you a perfect example, but it might be a rumor, it might be made up, it might be true, but don't quote me on this, okay? It's something I've heard and I think it's the perfect example for this point. It's something that's stuck in the back of my head for some reason. We all know 50 Cent, the rapper. After releasing a successful album, the very next day he was back in the studio doing another single. He was in the studio for 3 nights without any food, without any sleep, just with water. And on the 3rd day, one of his friends asked him, 50, what are you doing here? You just released a very successful album. You don't need to be here, man. Why are you here without any sleep? And 50 Cent replied, sleep is for broke people. So what gets him off the bed in the morning or what makes him stay up at night is money. You need to find yours. If you're still struggling to find the purpose in your life or something important to do in your life that will actually make a difference, think about that one problem in the world that makes your blood boil. Every time you hear about it, every time you think about it, every time you see it on the news, it makes you really, really angry. And if you could, you'd wipe it off forever. If you don't have any, let me give you a few examples. Healthcare system, education, mental health care, discrimination, violation of human rights, child abuse, animal cruelty, domestic violence, global warming, whatever it is. If you can't find any more, just go online, type in the burning problems of the world. Every country is bound to have one of these problems or many of these problems. Trust me, get involved. Do that little bit you can. Trust me, you will be remembered for it. If you're still struggling, my last point to find the purpose in your life or to do something important in your life. Imagine if you have a month to live, what would you do? We use this phrase very lightly, right? But there are actually people that find this out for real. They only have a month to live. So if you had a month to live, what would you do? I bet you'll never pick up your phone again. You'll deactivate all social media. You'll probably start booking tickets to travel the world, to see things that you've not seen, to have experiences that you've not experienced before. You'll start going out of your comfort zone. You'll start doing things that you normally didn't do because you were busy doing unimportant things that made you sad. How sad is that? So set your priorities straight and start doing things that you want to do. That's your purpose in life, to do things that you didn't do before, to learn new things, to try new things, to hang around with new people, to be a better human being than you were yesterday. That's your purpose in life. Because when you take that last breath and leave this planet forever, if you left your mark and you're remembered for the good things that you've done and the important things you've done, and a few people are going to mourn your death, then you fulfilled your so-called purpose in life. So on that note, it's time to wrap this video up, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and hit the bell icon next to it so you don't miss out on any of my future releases. And also don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your family and friends. And let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below or any of the subjects I've spoken about earlier. And thank you very much for watching this, guys. I hope it was helpful to find your purpose in life, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.